can't take it anymore. I'm gonna sell. No, shut up. If you're selling right now, that's why no one will remember your name. All right, but I want to go over right now today. On a serious note, I want to go over the catalyst today. We got the Russell reconstitution, right? This is happening tomorrow, my friends. This is happening tomorrow. We also got a Saphyr sale. We got a director of business systems. This is 5 days ago. We're going to go over that. That's actually acquisition of evidence right there. We got 4 new filings, which is 3 of them are very interesting. One of them not so much. I also want to look at I also want to give you a brief overview of this shit that they call an article, and this journalist or tip ranks themselves wrote this crap. Okay, this is manipulation. That's what it freaking is. All right. Also, I want to go over the short interest data, right? You're looking at 18, almost 19% of the free float currently being sold short. Not yet covered. You know what it is, okay? Every day almost. The short interest literally exploded. The shorts are not stopping, right? Why are we down, Brandon? Why are we down? Damn shorts. That's why. All right, get it through the head. Shorts are pouncing the Russell 3000 people, the manipulators, the suits, the weenie babies, whatever you want to call these guys. They're trying to get the price down for several reasons. Probably, number one, because they want to get cheap shares with the Russell reconstitution, and also because they know if they didn't push it down, the freaking interest and hype and short interest and Wall Street Bets hype and sentiment and every volume, it would freaking squeeze the hell out of the guys that are their buddies, right? For example, the freaking buddies of the people who pay journalists and news outlets off to write articles like these ones, and the one that we got yesterday as well. So I want to go over all that along with my current positions and, of course, the technical analysis. And I also want to do another video and give you a brief summary today on the Nasdaq's valuation with high growth as to what the discrepancy is there and what it actually means for Bionano. So without any more overview, let's go. Firstly, I want to go over the Russell reconstitution that's happening tomorrow. Russell 3000 index additions, right? If you search BNGO right here, we're right here in the healthcare. Okay, Bionano Genomics, these are the additions for 2021 right there. Okay, 2021. You can see the date right there as well. Okay, so it's going to be, this is legit. And then if you go to FTSE Russell, SE Russell website right here, russell.com, June 25th, the market close. After the market close, that's when they're going to be taking effect. So to my understanding, they're going to be buying shares right after the market closes tomorrow. And there was an article about this that said they were going to be effective on June 28th, Monday, which is a little bit confusing because that's literally like the exact opposite of what this says. But it's okay. Either way, they're going to be buying shares tomorrow or Monday. I do believe, I do trust this website more than that, and that journalist, journalist. So yes, tomorrow, that's when we should be looking at this. And also, this is actually more exciting, but that's that Russell 3000 Index Edition Bionano shares being bought by this fund and all the tracking funds subsequently maybe in the after hours tomorrow, maybe later, maybe next week. I don't know exactly. No one knows exactly when, but they're going to be following, and shares of BNGO are going to be bought. This could be what we need for the volume, but I don't want to rant too long on this. Go to the streams if you want to hear me rant. This is not where I rant. June 23rd is when the Saphyr adoption, or at least this study, was posted. At least this version of it, right? Posted June 23rd. Okay, basically, long story short, these guys are using the Saphyr, another sale, more likely revenue be Q2. You can watch the whole video that we have. I did that earlier that actually goes over this. Same thing with this. I had a separate video going over this and this. Essentially, ape language. This is another Saphyr sale, another study that used Bionano for a very interesting market. And this one is basically evidence to say that we're going to get an acquisition. Bionano is going to be acquiring another company pretty damn soon, man. And we're going to be making that business expansion making it non-negligible. You cannot neglect this stuff anymore. It's immense progress. It's groundbreaking stuff, okay? No one cares about the CLI lab. No one cares about the FDA approval. The nano nozzle, okay, FDA approval, that one is the most speculative, okay? But we've got several freaking C-suite members that have direct FDA approval experience that likely were a factor in them getting hired. But make your own opinions. But yeah, this is good. It's good to see, okay? If you don't know what this is, right? Transformation and ongoing management of company-wide business systems that create value for our internal teams. Also, right here, okay? Act as a project manager for complex business systems, transformations, and acquisition integrations. Okay, simple as it gets. Acquisition may be coming. We also had these freaking filings today, which are very, very confusing. Basically, the FinTel is basically making a mistake. They made a mistake, and they still haven't fixed this because they have this fund right here, not this. They have these 3 funds that are all buying shares. The effective date was all of these had an effective date of the 30th of April. The average price is $22 a share. And obviously, you may be thinking, Brandon, we've never even hit $20 a share. Our highest is $15.69. That's our all-time high. You'd be right if you think that, because and the explanation to this flaw lies in FinTel's stupidity. Sometimes not stupidity, but it's just a mistake on their part, I think, because how did they have an average price of 22? Makes no sense. Also, how did the institutional ownership not go up. It's like, what? And then this one as well. This one should not actually be here. There's 0% share change percentage, but if you click right here, click for advisory. This fund is a listed child fund of Charles Schwab Investment Management, and if that institution has disclosed ownership in the security, then these positions will not be double counted when calculating total shares and total value. So that explains that one, but these ones are still an enigma to me, and I do believe these are. It's so weird, but these are new positions, and they are adding of shares. If it's right, the average price is obviously not right, but they are getting new positions and new shares, and the effective date for all of them are 30th of April, which would be $6 a share-ish. So, obviously it makes 0 sense that 22.66 is their average. So, that's a mistake. I don't really know what else to say for that. So I also want to go over this article right here. Is Bionano Genomics overvalued? Okay, I don't want to actually go over this because no one really cares about when I debunk the articles, I guess, based on the views yesterday. But this is just shit, and I don't think it's a coincidence. I want everyone to know that it's not a coincidence. I don't think it is, at least, that these bullshit articles that are intentionally trying to mislead people into selling and giving others their cheap shares, they are not a coincidence. Their timing is not a coincidence. They are trying to push this down before the Russell 3000, either A, so that the Russell 3000 people and all the funds that tracking can get cheap shares, or B, so to prevent the Russell 3000 addition being an instigating event for the short squeeze, if that makes sense. So that's what I'll say for that one. But yeah, these articles, they're just bullshit. Okay, make sure you're careful when you're reading these. And also the short interest data. Here we go. Okay, so 52 million current shares, estimated short interest. That's what Ortex data is projecting. The price has not gone down substantially. The price is staying above $7 roughly. The short interest is above 50 million shares. What does this mean, Brandon? I'll tell you what it means. If we go higher, and I've got some questions, is the short squeeze still possible, Brandon? I haven't heard you say short squeeze, gamma squeeze. What's up, Brandon? It's still possible, but it's the same spiel every time. That's why I don't say it every 5 minutes, but I'm going to give you the summed up version now. If we can start making high highs and higher lows, like I think actually high growth will correct. I think if the markets continue to go up, I think high growth will get a huge correction in the upwards direction very soon. If that happens, it's going to maybe be what we need. And I know it's like, Brandon, you've said it's maybe going to be what we need for like a month now. I've said that. Yeah, I've said that since I've said that for a while. Yeah, I've said that since early June, late May. I've been saying there is a short squeeze potential with the short interest, and there obviously hasn't been a squeeze yet, but the potential is still there, and I want everybody to know that the short interest is extremely high in the stock right now. Also, just to let you know, it is a hard-to-borrow stock, and the borrow fee rate, according to Fintel, let's actually go to that right now. I was looking on Webull, and it was a hard-to-borrow security if you're going to short. And if we look at the short borrow fee rate, according to Fintel, it's only going higher. This is the highest I've ever seen it on Fintel, 5.83%, almost 6%. And this tells you that short shares are in more demand, and it just shows you that the shorts they are betting everything that this is going to go way down. And if it doesn't go way down, they are going to be fucked. That's as simple as it gets. So talking about the NASDAQ and high growth valuation very quickly. I'm going to have a whole video on this actually because it's very important, I think. But I'm just going to zoom in here and tell you this, okay? When the NASDAQ, I'm just going to give you the summed up version. NASDAQ and high growth at February 16th, they were both at even levels. Let's just say they're both at all-time highs, okay? Because that's basically what they were. And when I say high growth, this is what I mean. I mean these kind of stocks right here. I know it's not like a specific fund, but high growth stocks like this, okay? When the NASDAQ was on February 16th, the NASDAQ and high growth were at equal levels. Next time the NASDAQ was on equal, next time the NASDAQ hit all-time highs again, that previous high, this level right here, right, in this little range, high growth was here, and the NASDAQ was here, right? This is high growth, this is the NASDAQ, so then you can see a discrepancy, right? The NASDAQ is at the same level, but high growth has not caught up really. And now you can see the NASDAQ is well above all-time highs. So the NASDAQ is like way up here, and high growth literally has gone down like almost even more, okay? So you can see why I think there's a little bit of a discrepancy there, and I'm going to elaborate more on that in another video and why that actually is going to affect Bionano in a huge way and maybe cause a correction of the high growth back to freaking correlating with the broader markets sometimes. But right now, we got to do the technicals. So yes, we did get a bearish close under the 21 simple moving average here on the daily, otherwise known as that middle Bollinger Band. That is bearish. That's bearish. Now, I'm not going to say, now, of course, I've been saying for a while that's a sell signal. If we get that, we finally got that. So full transparency, that is technically a sell signal. Now, am I selling any shares? Am I telling you to sell? No, but I am telling you, you need to understand the risks if you're going to hold, if you're not going to sell, okay? Or if you're going to buy, whatever. You know the spiel, right? Do your own damn research. But I have seen, I'm not going to say, I don't know if this is going to happen. I don't know what the hell is going to happen. No one knows for sure. But I have seen several times where stocks, let me maximize the chart, they will do something like this. Okay, let me zoom in here for you. They will do something like this. Okay, here's the price right here. No, here's the line. Here's the line, right? That 21 SMA. Let's do orange for the price action. Okay, they'll just go up and down between that 21 SMA for a while, and then they'll pick a side. They'll either boom, go way up, or not even necessarily straight up or straight down, but they'll pick a side clearly. And oftentimes I have found it, in my experience at least, it's often to the upside. Okay, not always, but sometimes it is. Now, I think this looks exactly like one of those scenarios. It certainly could be. It certainly could not be. From the technical standpoint, from the fundamental standpoint, you guys know, fundamentally, I like our setup now. But from the technical standpoint, one thing that's really interesting, and I'm not going to talk about all the indicators today. Right now, I want to do something different and talk about one really interesting indicator on the daily stochastic indicator daily chart. Okay, this thing is almost oversold. We have not been oversold since $4. The stochastic indicator on the daily has done pretty much, this thing has done pretty much a perfect job of predicting the thing, right? It's one of the most, for Bionano's chart, okay? Look at this, okay? Here's your buy signal, here's your sell signal, here's your buy signal. Okay, there you go. Literally, you didn't get a sell signal on the stochastic indicator really until right about right here. And that was when we were at like $14 a share, or $13. So it predicted it pretty damn well. And if we look right here, right, always when you're oversold, look at where the price is when you're at oversold levels, okay? $5, okay? What about right here? $5 again, oversold. $4, oversold. We're almost oversold again, and we're only at $7. Once we are oversold on the daily stochastic indicator, I can tell you I will most likely be I'll probably be doing a swing trade for Bionano, or honestly, I'll probably just add to my long position and just add a ton of shares, a couple hundred shares that I'm going to hold for a couple years. Because we're almost in buy territory. And of course, this is just one indicator. It can be wrong, but it is what it is. Okay, it's telling you that it's almost a time. It's almost the perfect buy. That's what it's saying. Weekly stochastic indicator. I don't like that we are on the overbought side now. We're not overbought. Okay, we're closer to being overbought than oversold, which is not what we want to see. But we still got room to go on the weekly stochastic indicator. And with that being said, I'm just going to leave you with those indicators right now. I know it's not a lot. We usually chat more, but in the streams, you can look at the technical analysis that we do. Just ask me to do technicals, and the streams, we can do them. Anyways, that being said, I want to look at the portfolio. That's the whole portfolio. With that being said, thank you all so much. It's not Financial Advice. I will see you all in the next one.